Hey, what's going on, working class hustler? So behind me, you can see some boxes. For example, we've got one from Walmart. We've got a box from Walmart that came to me, and I'm gonna open it a little bit later in this video if you stick around. But the point is this: for those of you who follow the channel, you already know what I do is sell on Amazon using a process called arbitrage. Now, in particular, I mostly focus on online arbitrage. So that means I'm sitting at the computer and I'm sourcing products. I'm finding products that I can buy at one place and sell on Amazon for a profit. And there's a process to it. And part of the process is getting these boxes, these shipments, when they come to you, you prep them and then you get them into the warehouse. It's actually a lot of fun, but where do you come up with these products? Especially when you're sitting at the computer and you're like, okay, where do I even start? Well, many people are aware of a software. Maybe you've heard of it. It's called Tactical Arbitrage. And last weekend, we were talking about sourcing and stuff like that. And we had enough people questioning how to use the software that we decided we're going to go live again this coming Saturday. So today, this video should be coming out Friday. That means tomorrow we're going to be going live. So if you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure that you are so that you get the notification, because what we're going to do is, if you notice, on Saturdays, we're doing 30-minute free coaching and you don't want to miss it. But this video is going to kind of prime you for that so that you get the most out of the live stream. Okay. And that way you can come with your questions if you have them, and we can be ready to learn together. But yeah, so in this video, what I'm going to show is how I set up my searches in Tactical Arbitrage. Okay. The thing about Tactical Arbitrage is it begins with setting up the search. If you don't get that right, there's no way you're going to get any worthwhile and useful results. So let's get into it right now. This is what to sell on Amazon. I'm Horace. Let's go. Hey, what's going on, working class hustlers? I'm so glad you decided to hang out with the old man. My name is Horace, also known as La Machine, and on this channel we talk all things selling on Amazon using the arbitrage business model. And as I mentioned, in this video, we're going to be talking particularly about how to use the sourcing software Tactical Arbitrage. So let's get into that right now. Okay, so what we're looking at right now, hustlers, is the main screen when you get into Tactical Arbitrage. They call it the dashboard. And what I really want you to pay attention to is, number one, under the search manager, you can see that I have 8 active searches going. We're going to start 2 more in front of you. Another thing that I like to focus on is under products and reverse search. Most people don't really use flips or wholesale or even the library, but everybody's using products, that's actually a product search. That means you picked a particular store, Walmart, Target, Best Buy, whatever, and you search that store. Whereas reverse search is where you told the software, hey, this is the category I want to look at. I want to look at toys. You figure out what stores out of the hundreds of stores that you search, you bring me back the results that meet my criteria. And we're going to talk about how to set up that criteria. That's what it's all about. There's some other things that you can learn as you go along, but let's jump in and we're going to look at product search. We're going to set one up. So when you come, a lot of times, if you're using the software, you're going to get this box right here. It's going to say delete current easy bulk. And what you can see, if you look down right here, there's already been a search going. And if I say no thanks, it's going to continue with whatever stores and categories were already in there. And so we already have 321 out of 500. You can have up to 500 categories in a search. I'm going to say delete, and then what you should see is that should be zeroed out, and it'll zero out once we get ready to set up the search. And if we don't, If it doesn't, we need to fix that. Yep, it did. It took a few seconds. So now nothing has been selected out of the 500 possible categories. Now, I'm not going to get too deep into this because we have a whole series on how to navigate the software. And we do have lightning courses. We're going to talk a little bit on that so that you don't miss out on that benefit. But what we're going to do is we're going to open this up and we're going to start looking at websites. Now, you'll notice I am in the advanced type of setup. You can toggle over to basic, and that would make it look a little bit like this. You have more pictures that you could click on, but you won't be able to really set it up as detailed as you want. So I'm going to go back to advanced and I'm going to pick a website. Just to give you an example, what would be a good site? So one of my favorites is Target. I find a lot of good results from that site. So all I got to do is go to Target. And from there, what I want to do, I'm going to use Easy Bulk, but you'll notice you can either toggle Easy Bulk on here, or over here, you can start just selecting things. Now I like the clearance. Okay. What else would I want? I'm picking categories here. If we expand under home, I might say home appliances. I like that. Now we could expand even further, but I'm just gonna click on that. What else? Pets is a good one. Sports and outdoors is a good one. And you notice as we click these, you'll notice the category selected keeps going up. And remember, we can have up to 500. Toys is always a good one. Video games is a good one. That's enough for now. So let's watch what happens. We're almost at 500. So we're going to add that over. Now you notice it automatically clicked on that because when you're selecting from here, you're using the Easy Bulk function. There's another way to set up a search. You don't really want that. For those of you who know, then yes. But this is the way that makes things very, very easy. Now, when we come down to the filters, that's going to be very important because you need to go wide. You need to go wide. If you over filter, you are not going to get enough results, guys. In the beginning, it might not make sense, but if you know you're going to be using a store, like if it's let's say Target was having a site-wide sale, you could put the percentage that you're going to get off because that'll help because it'll give you a more accurate price. If you have sales tax, which I do, you can put that in. I'm actually going to leave that off for now. Now, when we come to remove, I'm going to remove 90-day product rank, anything over 500,000. Now you might be thinking, oh my God, Horace, that is way too high. Obviously, the lower the rank, the more that product is selling. But again, if you don't go wide enough, guys, you're going to miss out on a lot of things. Your searches are going to take longer and you're going to be frustrated. Now, for those of you who are familiar with the software, they have been bought out by 3 Colts, and since then they've actually been making improvements. That's just a side note. This says I'm not going to worry about. Actually, I tell you, the only things I really want to do, I want to remove third-party sellers from the results. That means that if you're on a site like Walmart that has third-party sellers, you want to remove those. Sometimes I click that, sometimes I don't. It's not always accurate anyway. Pretty much, I don't really mess with these. I like to have at least, for a product to have at least 10 sales a month. Again, this is not always accurate when you get your results. Guys, there's so much you can filter down. And when you do, it's going to hurt your results. I'm telling you. I don't worry about sourcing titles, my cost and fees. I'm not putting anything in there. You could put things if you know what it costs for you to prep a product. You could put that in there because you're going to have to factor that in. I don't want to look at that now. Okay. Profit and return on investment. Look at what I'm doing, guys, because a lot of guys won't do this. Keep data is if the profit is at least $1, if the return on investment is at least 5%. Now, I'm not going to be sourcing, actually picking products with profits that low and return on investments that low, but you need to cast a wide net. Okay. Let's see. We're using the buy box in order to determine, and actually you could even go, this would be a good feature because your current buy box does not represent the average 90-day price. And when you're looking at what that product is selling for, a more accurate picture would be, what is the average price on that product over 90 days? That would be good. We'll do that this time. I don't always do that. And if you want, you could save the name of this search. I'm not, because I have other ways to do that. We'll talk about that. I talk about it in other videos. Now, all I do is hit start. And now it's searching. Now, if I want to do another search, the first thing you have to do is click start new search. If you don't do that, you're going to run into some problems. I would click start new search. Now watch what happens. Okay. Watch what happens here. I'm going to go into my search manager and I'm going to come over to saved searches. This is so important, guys. What I'm showing you is what saves me a lot of time. I search Boscov's a lot, so I'll just rerun a search. Once a search is going, right, you can save that search. All you would have to do, let's see if we could find the search that we just started, which was Target, right? See if we come down and find that. So this is the search that we just started. And if we want to be able to rerun that search whenever, with all the categories and all of that junk, all we would have to do is save the search. I'm not going to do that right now, but you could save that. You could name it after the categories or however you want to name it. But watch what happens. Once you have searches saved, you can come over to save searches, scroll down. I do a lot with Walgreens. I do with Walmart. This is one of my favorites, a multi-store search. In other words, I got searches. Barnes & Noble's didn't take that many categories. Best Buy didn't take that many categories. Kohl's not that many, but collectively, they came out to about 500. That's a multi-store search. You don't have to just pick one store and pick 500 categories or however many categories and run the search. You can have that search going across multiple stores. This is really one of my favorites. I love Shields and I love Sierra.com. Believe it or not, I like Bloomingdale's. I like JCPenney, Family Dollar. These are great places to find things, guys. Now watch what I'm doing. The only thing I'm going to do, I'm going to pick one here. And all I have to do is say rerun search and watch what happens. It'll take me to, and you notice everything is already selected. It's ready. 483 categories out of 500. I could add a couple more if I wanted, but that's ready. All I would do is click search and I'm gone. Okay. Now, you know what? I'll go ahead and do that. And now I've got 10 active searches. Now in your account, you may not have the ability to search 10. You may only be able to search, I don't know what the new guys, I have an older account, 7. You might be able to, in your rubies, if you come over to the home page, you'll notice your rubies. Let's go into the store. I don't know if you can get more searches through your rubies. Let me see. Page limits, search upgrade. Yeah, see, you can buy more active scans for whatever that is, 50,000 rubies or whatever. You can get more that way. And I think this software is getting more into a la carte type pricing. I don't have a problem with it because for me, it's worth it. And if you stick around after we open that box, we're going to talk about how you can get this software, try it out for 10 days and be ready when you try it out. We just got a lot for you on that. But let me show you one more thing, guys. We looked at product search. We also need to look at reverse search. Remember, hold on a second. Remember we talked about reverse search, and what that is you're not picking a store. You're saying, hey, look, under best sellers or under scan most wished or under movers and shakers. If you want to know what all of that means, you can click the little thing there and figure the question mark and figure out what that is. If it's not saying anything, you can Google it. You know what I mean? What I'm saying is, hey, look, I'm going to come over to industrial and scientific, and I could further, niche down into different, but in my case, and by the way, industrial and scientific is a great category that a lot of people don't think about. And all I have to do is come over to the filters, set them however I want and go search. And then I'm not picking a particular store. Okay. So this was, just to give you an idea of how we set the search up. But remember, guys, on Saturday, we're going to actually go through the search results because this is only the first part. Once you get it down on how to set up a search, it's not that hard. You'll be able to do that. Most of the time, you're going to have your own stores that you particularly like, and you'll search those over and over again, and you'll learn the particulars of those stores, how to save money. A lot of stores give discounts, cash, all types of stuff. So let me give you an example. I did a search on Walmart, and I don't know, maybe it came in out of a reverse search result, or maybe it was the store, I just forget. But let's just look at what I got. These are Curio Watch Glow. These are the types of products people buy. I went through the evaluation process. I have a video that teaches that 7 steps on how to evaluate products to see if you can make a profit. So make sure you check that out. If you happen to be listening to this on the podcast, and for those of you who don't know, we also have the Working Class Hustler podcast. Check that out. If you don't want to watch videos, you might be interested more in listening to podcasts. We do have the blog if you prefer written content. But if you're out here if you're listening to this on the podcast, that would be through Apple, iTunes, or Spotify. You need to use the link in the description there and come on over to the video so that you can see what's going on. This is a hands-on type business. I love to yip and yap, and I love to talk philosophy, but mostly I want to roll our sleeves up and get busy. You don't make money in this business by talking. You gotta get it in here, right? So for those of you who have a little bit of experience, a lot of times your issue is, okay, I got all these hundreds and hundreds of websites. Where do I start searching with tactical arbitrage? If you take advantage of the lightning courses, links will be in the description. We got some downloads for you that are absolutely free. All the categories are done. All the filters are already done. Literally a couple of clicks, the searches are going, and you don't even have to think. Some of my favorite stores. So make sure you check that out. So much of being successful in this business is knowing how to evaluate. If you're a newbie, the link is in the description. Take advantage of the newbie cheat sheet. There's a lot of good information in there that, that's going to get you started. The newbie cheat sheet has information on it that you wouldn't even know to think about. Guys, you've heard it before. You don't know what you don't know. That's free for your benefit. Text the words working class hustler. Use your phone and text me. I'm available to you. Text the words working class hustler to the number down in the description. Okay. And that'll put you in contact with me. It doesn't cost you anything, guys. I've been doing this for years. Okay. If you need to run a question, an idea, if you just want somebody that you could talk to that's a little bit further ahead than you, I'm here for that. It's what I do. So don't ever feel like you're bothering me. Guys, if there's something that I didn't cover, make sure that you're subscribed to the channel so that you can be notified when we go live tomorrow. Okay. And then you can ask me in person. Or, of course, you've got my number. Or if you don't want to do any of that, and you may be watching this video after the live stream, leave a comment. We answer comments. Make sure if you have anything of value to add, guys, we need you. We need you. It's not just about me. I don't have all the answers, and I don't present myself, if you notice, as some guru. I'm a working class hustler. I drive a truck for a living. I do this on the side, and all I ever wanted to do was share with you what's working for me and try and get you going. Why? It's my life's purpose. I've been doing it since 2017. So take advantage of everything. Give a comment. Give a like. If this video gave you any value, we would really appreciate it. My producer, Jim, and I put a lot of time, effort, energy, and money into this channel. So support us any way you can. We really appreciate it. We actually have a Patreon link for those of you who would like to, support the channel. You don't have to do that, but that is available for those who would like to give back a little bit. And I will see you guys tomorrow or in the next video. Thanks so much, guys.